Today we'll be looking at a romantic drama, action fantasy mystery called The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat. Spoilers ahead. The story begins with a human auction, where young girls are sold off to wealthy old men under the watchful eye of Marquess Khalid. Under the command of the kingdom, Lugh Tuatha Dé began to investigate Marquess Khalid with the help of mage Dia Vacorn, his assistant Tarte, and his intelligence sister Maha. Dia and Tarte, who had infiltrated the auction as a slave girl and a maid, respectively start killing the auction attendees and staff and set the enslaved girls free. After that, Marquess Khalid tried to run away and save herself, but Lugh and Maha managed to locate and snipe her from afar. After this, a flashback of Lugh's previous life as the greatest assassin in his former world is shown, where he was taking out members of a crime syndicate along with his rookie assistant. After killing the targets, the assassin decided to depart, but his rookie assistant suggested that they should kill every single criminal on sight. But the assassin replied that they were only hired to kill specific members, so he will depart now. As they tried to escape, the assassin and the rookie were intercepted by a drone, which forced them to improvise to avoid it. As day broke, the assassin contacted the organization where he announced his intent to retire and become a mentor to future assassins in Japan. Unfortunately, the organization plants a mine in the cockpit, killing the pilots and leading to the assumption that the flight had been hijacked, resulting in the assassin realizing that he had been set up. The assassin initially attempted to save himself, but the flight is shot down by a military fighter jet under the assumption that the plane is still occupied by terrorists. Once the assassin died, he encountered a goddess. The goddess gave him two choices. First, to be reborn as a completely different person, and second, to accept a request and be reborn with his memories intact to assassinate a hero. The goddess wanted the assassin to take the second choice because she needed him to kill the hero of another world. Lugh agreed to kill the hero simply because he wanted to experience the happiness he could not have in his previous life due to him suppressing his emotions. The goddess allowed him to choose special powers and abilities, but warned him that he only had 18 years after his birth to kill the hero before the hero brought chaos into the new world. She also told him that there was a slim possibility he could save the world without actually having to kill the hero. He is then reborn as a child of the Tuatha Dé family, a noble house of assassins. As Lugh begins his new life, he becomes an expert hunter and cooks, and his physical growth is examined by his father, who concludes that Lugh is ready for a special surgery that will give him the ability to perceive magic in a person or an environment. Lugh successfully obtains the mystical eyes passed down by the Tuatha Dé family, and his father promises to teach Lugh how to perform the surgery when the time comes. He also finds a magic teacher for Lugh named Dia Vacorn. In an attempt to measure Lugh's magical potential, Dia gives a Far Stone, a special gemstone that can measure a person's magic capacity. Lugh's power is so vast, however, that the Far Stone ends up exploding. This gives Lugh the idea of using Far Stones as makeshift grenades. Over the following weeks, Dia and Lugh become emotionally attached. Lugh proves to be an exceptionally fast learner, not only learning how to synthesize metals, but also how to create weapons. He and Dia even learn how to create new spells together, and on their last night together, he gives her a titanium knife as thanks for being his teacher, while she gives him her personal Far Stones. As Dia departs, Lugh's father decides that it is time for Lugh to assassinate someone for the first time while explaining the methods of the House of the Tuatha Dé. His victim is a woman guilty of multiple crimes who tries to plead innocence, but Lugh, knowing that the woman is lying, kills her painlessly. Using his mana vision, Lugh attempts to find someone who can be both his servant and his assistant during assassinations. Sure enough, Lugh finds such a person in the form of Tarte, a girl from a poor background who made her way to the Tuatha Dé region in hopes of a better life. After rescuing her from a pack of wolves, Lugh brings Tarte to his home and gets permission from his father to train her as an assassin. When he reaches the age of 12, Lugh finds that Tarte has become skilled in spear fighting, but has trouble using smaller weapons like knives. To solve this problem, Lugh creates a special, retractable spear that Tarte can hide beneath her clothes. With a good weapon at her disposal, Lugh believes Tarte has become a valuable asset in his mission to kill the hero. Lugh has produced a large collection of Far Stones thanks to the spells Dia taught him, and reports to his father, revealing that all this time he's been observing Tarte and can say with full confidence that she is not a spy for a rival region. Even so, he does admit it's a coincidence that Tarte, a person with incredibly high magic potential, just so happens to want wander into Tuatha Dé territory. Lugh's father tells him that it's time for Lugh to face him in combat to prove he is ready to perform assassinations. Despite Lugh's youth and experience from his previous life, Cian proves to be a formidable opponent, and Lugh only beats him by risking his own life. After that, Lugh joins Cian in performing assassinations, and Cian tells him that, to facilitate his work, Lugh will have to assure a fake identity as a member of the Balor trading family. Cian holds a party to celebrate Lugh's ascension as heir to House of Tuatha Dé. Rona, a member of a branch family, disagrees with the decision and challenges Lugh to a duel, but he is easily defeated. Even so, Lugh gifts him with a special sword so that Rona can continue his training as a knight. The next morning, Lugh and Tart depart from the Tuatha Dé and begin their journey to the Balor region. As Lugh and Tart begin their lives in the Balor region, Maha and her friends work hard to make a living in the merchant town, Miltu. Unfortunately, they are captured by a group of bandits and taken to an orphanage, which turns out to be a front for a prostitution ring. There, all the girls except Maha are forced into prostitution jobs under the heel of the local noble, which deeply traumatizes them and even causes one of them, Noin, to scar her face with a sickle if it means not having to work as a prostitute. 2 years pass, and Maha is eventually found by Lugh, under the alias of Ilig Balor. But before Lugh can buy her, the director of the orphanage wants to spend the night with her. Fortunately, Lugh saves Maha, and with Tart's help, he can expose the noble's crime and get him arrested. As the prostitution ring is shut down, Noin finds that her scars have been removed, and Maha finds a new home with Lugh. As Lugh continues his life as Ilig Balor, he comes up with the idea of opening a cosmetic shop at Miltu to both increase profits for the Balor family and fund his assassination duties. He also introduces lotions, moisturizers, and sweets to the new world, giving his shop, Orna, a massive boost in sales and a huge advantage in the market in only 6 months after its opening. However, spies hired by rival businesses attempt to infiltrate Lugh's home to discover the secrets of his success. With the help of Tart and Maha, Lugh captures at least one spy, but is unable to gain any useful information from him, even when subjecting him to torture. As his business grows, Lugh temporarily leaves Miltu and visits Dia to increase his magical knowledge. To his surprise, he discovers he ejaculated while Maha and Tart slept alongside him, implying that Lugh is starting to see his partners as more than just pawns. Having established a prosperous business at Miltu, Lugh decides that his life as Ilig Balor has come to an end and chooses to return to Tuatha Dé to continue his training as an assassin. He leaves Maha in charge of Orna, knowing that she plans to expand the business into other regions, notably to reclaim the store of her late father, and promises he will come to visit her. On their way home, Lugh and Tart are attacked by a pack of wolves, but Tart easily kills them, and Lugh observes that monster attacks on human settlements have become more frequent, suspecting that the hero will show up soon. Upon his return, Lugh is welcomed by his mother and summoned to his father's study, where Cian gives him the choice to give up on the life of an assassin and instead live peacefully as a merchant. Cian admits being too old to do something else with his life, but Lugh is still free to choose his path. However, Lugh chooses to keep his current lifestyle, admitting that he has fallen in love with Dia and he won't be able to marry her if he doesn't possess the privileges of the Alvan Kingdom's aristocracy. Accepting his son's choice, Cian gives Lugh his first target as a fully trained assassin. Lugh's first target as a fully trained assassin is Count Asba Venkar, an aristocrat who has been selling military secrets to neighboring kingdoms in exchange for Vizin, a drug that he distributes throughout the kingdom. Using Maha's information network, Lugh decides to investigate the Count by himself and determine whether or not the target truly deserves assassination. Lugh and Tart visit Pisir, the second largest merchant town in the kingdom, and take down a criminal group selling Vizin, but not before seeing the effect of the drug on a poor girl's mother. Sometime later, Lugh and Maha travel to the Count's mansion under the pretense of selling Orna's products, which proves to be a success for Orna. As night falls, Lugh silently assassinates Count Venkar with his newest weapon, a sniper rifle, but takes the time to watch the grieving wife's reaction. While Lugh does not regret taking the Count's life, he promises never to forget this particular mission, as it was the first assassination he performed as a free man rather as an unfeeling tool. Lugh and Tart spend a full month on a deserted island as part of their assassin training, and upon returning to the mainland, Maha gives them information about a divine treasure, a tool of unmeasurable power that Lugh has been trying to purchase for some time. This divine treasure, a magical spear called Gaybolg, is in possession of Satanta Magnus, a renowned warrior suspected to become the legendary hero. Lugh also discovers that the Vicon region is involved in a war and rushes to Dia's house, offering her a way to escape should the war reach her doorstep. Dia refuses to abandon her home, stating her obligations to her family and her people. Even so, Lugh and Dia decide to enjoy themselves on a date. As Lugh returns home, he still thinks he can help Dé escape from the war, but Dé has already taken steps to defend herself by fortifying her hometown. Sometime later, a wounded soldier asks the Tuatha Dé family to assassinate Dé. Cian explains that it was Dé's father who ordered the assassination on his own daughter as an attempt to stop the civil war currently afflicting the Viscount region. Since the Tuatha Dé family has always had the option to reject missions depending on their interests, Lugh realizes that Dé's death will ultimately fail to stop the war and deduces he can use this mission to save Dé. Tart, acknowledging Lugh's feelings for Dé, helps him reach the Viscount region in a way that helps him conserve his magical energy, and Lugh finds that the Viscount mansion is under siege, but is unable to make his way to Dé while keeping casualties to a minimum. Meanwhile, Maha's information network has gathered information on the divine treasure Lugh has been looking for, and Maha decides to relay her findings to Lugh immediately. Lugh and Dé's father come up with a plan to fake Dé's death and safely sneak her into the Tuatha Dé region. Unfortunately, the revival of Setanta Macness thwarts the plan before they can enact it. As Setanta is the wielder of Gaebolg, Lugh knows that he will not survive a direct confrontation with them, so he fires a magnetically propelled tungsten projectile into the atmosphere and stalls Setanta long enough for it to obliterate him. Afterward, the Tuatha Dé family adopts Dé under the guise of being Lugh's younger sister, completing the mission. Sometime later, Lugh receives word that the hero, Lord Epana Rhiannon, has arrived in the Alvan Kingdom. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to let us know by leaving a like. Subscribe for more stories and check out other stories here. If you would like to contact me, the narrator, here are my socials.